I want to assure someone that you are coming out of your Lodebar. Look at your neighbor and say, you're coming out of your Lodebar. What is Lodebar? Lodebar was a town in the Old Testament in Gilead, not far from Mahanaim, north of the Jabbok River. In ancient Israel, it is mentioned in the Hebrew Bible as the home of Masha, a contemporary of David. Lodebar was also considered a ghetto. Considered as what? A ghetto town in biblical times. Mephibosheth, son of Jonathan, was living in Lodebar at the house of Masha, son of Amel, who was possibly a brother to David's wife Bathsheba. A ghetto is a quarter of a city in which members of a minority group live, especially because of social, legal, or economic pressure. A ghetto, in our understanding, is the lowest place in the society where people are forced to live because of unfortunate circumstances. A ghetto is a place where people are looked down on, a place of crime, a place of poverty, a place of hardship. Amen. Etana says, a song that Etana penned, she sang the song, she said, she spoke of a man who went to do an interview. And the man had all the qualifications to get the job. But when they looked at his address, they said, we don't want you here. We don't want no trouble. Because of where he's from. So when we talk about ghetto, in this media they call it garrison. Come on, somebody. We know in Jamaica, if you're from Tivoli, or you're from Rima, or you're from over Jungle or Waterhouse, you can't get any job certain place. Come on, somebody. It doesn't matter how much qualified you are, whether you are a doctor in your studies, in your profession. If you're from these places, you cannot, you will not be hired by some people. So Lodebar was a ghetto. Come on, somebody. We have the understanding that Lodebar is such a place, a ghetto. Look down on crime, filled it up, full of hardship and poverty. Lodebar is also a place of rejection. A place of what? Mephibosheth was the grandson of Saul, the son of Jonathan, David's best friend. Mephibosheth was born in a wealthy family. He was born in what? A wealthy family. He was born in a family that was regarded as the highest in their society, in the house of a king. Chances are he was next in line for the throne after his father Jonathan. However, the young man's life took a turn for the worse. When his father and grandfather fell ill on the battlefield, his nurse, in the effort to help him escape every possible threat of his life, she ran with him to safety, but in the midst of that she dropped him, and that caused him to be crippled in both legs. So I want someone to understand that Mephibosheth, he was not born in Lodebar. He was not born in struggle. Mephibosheth was born in wealth. He was born to a family that had it all. Come on, somebody. But somehow his life took a turn for the worse. Come on, somebody. And in those days, brothers and sisters, when a king was killed on the battlefield, the enemy will ride into the country, and they will try and devour or kill the family of the king. Or even those who envied the throne, they would have run into the town or go into the palace, and they would have killed the person who was next in line to succeed the king. Come on, somebody. I want somebody to know that life, like Mephibosheth's life, can take a turn for the worse. Like Mephibosheth today, you can be on the mountain, and tomorrow you find yourself in the valley. This man moved from the palace to the slum. Come on. This man moved from great wealth to poverty. This man moved from being a top class individual to become mixed and mingled with the dogs. A man who had life good was now experiencing hardship. Have you ever been to a place in your life that you have never dreamt of? Come on, somebody. You have never called certain things on yourself, but you find yourself going through the valley of the shadow of death. As the songman says, that there are times you will be at the valley, and there's some other time you'll be on the mountain, and some other times you'll find yourself in the valley. Oh, there are times you will find yourself living, oh God, in greatness, but tomorrow you'll find yourself at the bottom of the barrel, and you ask yourself, how did I reach here? Come on. Mephibosheth was in the mountain. He was born in a time of great wealth. Come on. His father had it all. His grandfather had it all. But Mephibosheth, somewhere in his life took a turn for the worse. Can I tell you that today you could be on the mountain, and tomorrow the devil decided to hit you off? But I have news for you. The Lodebar have an expiry date. You will not be in the valley for too long. Sometimes the Lord allow you to go into the valley so that you can be renewed like the eagle. For the eagle at some point in his life, I'll get down into the valley to shed its wings, to shed its feathers rather, so that it can be renewed. I want somebody to understand that the eagle was not born in the valley. The eagle was born on the peak, at the top of the mountain, high above the praise, high above the enemy. But there comes a season when the eagle have to get into the valley. I've got news for you. The reason why some of you are in the valley now, it's not because the enemy is winning. It's because God is about to renew you. God is about to renew